When we heard the being, Jesus Christ, Buddha, and ascended masters, and so on, we considered them as an awakened, enlightened being. And sometimes our human perspective tendency is, all those people are something different from me as ordinary person. And then might have the idea, me as a small person has to do something in order to be like ascended masters and saints, so that me can go to somewhere high degree, higher place of heaven after this lifetime. Or I don't want to reincarnate in bad situations next lifetime, so I have to be good. I have to erase all the karmas and so on. And then you might wonder where all those ascended masters are now. We can always remember that all those ideas and concepts and questions are based on the idea of time and space, dimension-based, human consciousness-based assumption of I am this person, this body. Of course, in a way, all those perceptions and ideas are valid. They are appeared, created, for this human consciousness to be aware of itself. Because all these concepts are nothing but pointers to the source. Those pointers are created for the greater realization of the source that we are. Ultimate absolute and source are beyond experience, therefore all that is and awareness can be called illusions, yet it is relevant, it is important for the consciousness, awareness to be aware of itself and experience of the expansion. After all, everything, all the people, all the images, whatever ever arised in our consciousness are the reflection of the nature of ourselves, helping consciousness to be aware of itself, aware of its fullness, all there is that they are, being aware of its joy, love, and infinite intelligence. Therefore, each of the human consciousness can use whatever the idea that resonate with, especially since this realm of time and space is nothing but the surface, 0.00% of the whole, and larger part of us is non-dual, beyond time and space. Therefore, it's easy to imagine that after we graduated from this physicality, this physical point of view is merged with all that is. It's like a soup. Yet, every thought and energies never disappears. Therefore, they are always available. Since images and ideas of ascended masters of individuals are different, so we can always access to them, different version of them within our consciousness. Consciousness has infinite variety of vibrations, infinite variety of dimensions. Consciousness that we are is literally multi-dimension. And we are one. We are all in together. And whatever the great work is perceived from this physical time and space realm are nothing but emanation of this consciousness. And indeed, the more this earthly vessel are opened to this love and light, this light brightly shines and perceived as glorious, wonderful being. Yet, we can always remember that what is beautiful and glorious and awesome and magnificent is source, light, love, consciousness that we are. We are all same vessel of dust. And we are not the vessel. We are consciousness. When we identify ourselves as a vessel, body or personality and so on, we might feel insecure and asking such question, where am I going to be after death? I don't want to reincarnate it in order to compensate previous life and so on. We can always be aware of that. Such ideas dissonate with yourself, making you disharmony with true being, larger part of you, which it is just more of focusing on, not enoughness, and separation from truth of your being. These flesh and bones are nothing but a vessel of true self, pure consciousness, all that is. Indeed, this sudden energy configuration brings you unique experience of this time and space. And as we are aware of more of ourselves, we allow this earthly body, earthly vessel, to experience more of aliveness and joy, bliss. And all those ascended masters are nothing but the seeking to true joy, bliss, aliveness, life that they are. And such bright magnificence emanation of light are nothing but the byproduct. Some people might seeking enlightenment, trying to find or trying to behave like ascended masters and so on. But we know that the light, freedom, bliss, joy, wisdom is already here and now, which is actually our true self. All that is here and now, because I am is all that is, means whatever quality you want projecting in the ascended masters are actually yourself. It is always already here and now. They are always available because they are you. They are me. Because each of us are unique universe, pure consciousness, all that is. Larger part of the consciousness beyond realm of time and space is just expanding awareness, pure potentiality, and everything is available. If you want to find Jesus Christ or Buddha, ascended masters, all you have to do is just give attention to it. Larger part of you, deeper consciousness. Because they are here. Because they are you. They are me. I am is all that is. And you can find true self in that realm. Because when you, physical focus, give true attention to larger part of consciousness, this physical point is merged into one with pure consciousness. You feel freedom, you feel aliveness and bliss, and you know that is you, that is awareness that you are. It's literally all that is. Buddha and Christ and everything is here. And when you engaged with any activity of physicality, always you can give some attention to deeper consciousness. They are always willing to flow through you. It's all about acknowledgement. All the answer is here now. All your need is here now. All your desire is here now. From this consciousness, unconditional love realm, perceive no good or bad, great or not so great. It's unconditional. They don't perceive as human does. Human perceive some people are great, like ascended masters, and tendency is worshipping them, as if the earthly vessel is something does great thing. But the great thing is awareness, love, light. We can say God self, because we are it. We are not vessel. This human consciousness is projecting itself. It is always great and nice and helpful to use symbol like Jesus and Buddha, all those ascended masters. But the important thing is the realization of yourself. Because awareness that you are is projecting through this body according to the permission slip. To be aware of itself, to realize of its magnificence. What is great and magnificence is nothing but awareness that you are, not them and he or she. Therefore, nobody can be proud of. You can always honor and give credit, acknowledge. Greatness and awesomeness is nothing but a consciousness, source, creator, and know that it is you. I am pure awareness. You can realize, sense into the movement, being aware that awareness is pure consciousness, moment by moment. You cannot define yourself with any images or ideas and thoughts because it's ever expanding. And the idea of reincarnation, we can choose any ideas also, because it's ideas and perception from the consciousness of time and space. From the point of the time and space, mind is more understandable, the idea of the reincarnation. But we can expand our consciousness and tap into the multidimensional consciousness beyond time and space, and realizing that moment by moment is shifting. In other words, moment by moment is new creation, new universe, new person you are experiencing. And one aspect is we are reincarnating moment by moment. We can know in that way death is nothing but a greater awareness of joy and aliveness. And also, it seems reincarnation from the perspective of time and space of the one person, it might be perceived as totally different soul from the perspective of the realm of the multidimensional. Because in other dimensions, time doesn't be experienced linearly. And when it comes to the consciousness has no dimension, it's not recognizable. And when it comes to the source, infinite, it is indeed totally beyond mind and experience. We can celebrate all the concepts and the beings and use it for our expansion of consciousness of this experience of time and space. Because all the things and concepts are nothing but for our realization of truth of our being, which is more of aliveness and fullness and bliss. This experience of time and space is not the place to getting the degree of enlightenment and such. Each of the awareness, each of the universe is here to experience, to be aware of itself, experience of joy of itself. And this non-physical keep creating another vantage point of physical focus. We are literally meant to be here to experience bliss and joy eternally, while in the time and space and beyond time and space.